friends, welcome so much to our Foundations of Yoga series. And today I'm going to be talking about downward facing dog. This is a deceptively challenging posture sometimes, and it's immensely frustrating when you're in a class and a teacher tells you this is supposed to be a resting posture, because a lot of the time it doesn't feel like that. So I'm going to talk about correct alignment for downward facing dog and hopefully give you some tips to find a little bit more ease and happiness in your down dog. So I like to start off in down dog by coming into child's pose, because it really helps you set up your correct alignment and correct stance for downward dog. So if you come into child's pose, extending your arms out as long as you can, and think about spreading your fingertips super wide. So we're going to be pressing into the mat with our fingertips spread as wide as possible, pressing in with the base knuckle of our index finger to keep hands from cupping, and gripping in with the fingertips. So go ahead and line up in your child's pose with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width distance apart, your fingertips spread as wide as they will go. From here, tuck your toes, don't move your hands, and then straighten your legs to come into downward dog. This is the correct length of your stance. So if you line up in child's pose, then your hands and your feet will be in the right position. From here, we want to aim first at lengthening the spine. So think about drawing the heart towards the thighs, and then think about taking an internal rotation of your upper arms so that you're drawing your armpits towards each other. I find that it's actually easier to get the length in your spine if you keep your knees bent in downward dog. You will see yogis who have these kind of amazing downward dogs where their hearts are super close to their thighs, their legs are straight, their heels are on the mat. But for most of us, you're going to find more ease in this posture if you can keep your knees bent. From here, you want to think about drawing your heels towards the mat a little bit, not in an extreme way, and simultaneously lifting the tailbone. So we're finding a little bit more length in the backs of our legs. And when you're ready to come out, you can just glide forward and come back into child's pose. So I hope that helped break down downward dog a little bit for you, and that you'll find a little bit more ease in this pose as you think more in terms of lengthening the spine and drawing the heart towards the thighs instead of focusing too much on trying to get the legs straight. Keeping that bend in the knees is a really good way to make sure that you have correct alignment, and practicing by coming into down dog from child's pose will really help ensure that you have the right distance between your hands and feet, and that your hands are the right width apart. The other thing to keep in mind is just keeping those fingertips spread wide and gripping into the mat, because that will help protect the wrists and will help as you begin to build more strength in your arms and in your shoulders. So happy practicing, and thank you for joining me for a Foundations of Yoga practice today.